Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 1 of the HalosandHeroes Podcast. So tonight, I just want to go over a few topics. It's going to be random, and, I'm going to jump around a little bit, but as you guys know, this channel is all about mental health and recovery. My own recovery journey started a year ago. I left Arizona, and I came to Texas. Part of it was due to an ultimatum. My daughter was getting married, and she told me that she knew meth was important and that she was important. But if I wasn't at her wedding, she would know which was more important. A little over a year ago, I had no purpose to my life. I didn't know what I was going to do or how I was going to do it. I was flying by the seat of my pants. I would wake up in the morning and wonder why I was still here, go to bed at night and wonder and hope really that I didn't wake up. And a lot of that had everything to do with the fact that I had no purpose and I had no destination and I had no drive in my life. I was simply existing. So imagine my surprise when I come out here and in the process of getting clean, I suddenly discovered that photography goes from being my light in the darkness to a habit and a hobby that I can utilize to keep me on the straight and narrow. And then I turn photography into a YouTube channel where I can get out all my old demons and I can talk to you guys and I can share what's going on in my life, and I can use it as a platform to help those around me, even people I've never met. People that I've met through this channel are amazing people that I don't know in real life, that I talk to, that I bond with, are some of the coolest people I've met. And so as much as I started this channel because I was alone and I was lonely and I lacked a purpose in my life, I've discovered more about myself and who I am and what I want out of life through this channel. My passion growing up was always music. I grew up on old school punk rock like Bad Religion and Rancid, and metal like Slayer and Pantera. There's a lot to be said for the eclectic selection of music that I have grown this channel on, because originally, up until a few years ago, I really didn't like anything outside of punk and metal. Country came into play a little bit for a while there, and then I slowly started incorporating rap. A friend of mine listened to a lot of Tech Nine, and I got into Tech Nine pretty heavy for a while. Got to see him in concert. And then I branched out and I heard people like Watsky, and I heard Spose and Massa Man, and I realized that lyrical rap is definitely my forte. I like it when people tell a story through their music and that has an impact on mine. Now, one of the people that I haven't done any recordings of yet, but probably will soon, is Hopson. Hopson is one of those rare people who can tell a very personal story through music, and you can really get a good feel for what he's trying to convey. Hopson has been through his own mental health struggles and his own mental health journey, and I give him all the props in the world for his comeback, because he has managed to not only make a comeback, but make it so impressive. This cathartic release that he did with the last 3 or 4 tracks, you could tell was a transition from where he was to where he is now. Back to my story for a minute. When I came out here from Arizona, and I was living at the homeless shelter, and then I was living at Liberty House, which is a veteran homeless shelter as well. They have classes, and in the process of being at Liberty House, I realized that even though I was one of the guys, I could speak to people and share what I had been through and get responses from other people of encouragement, positivity, and I really felt like some of the more wayward people that were still lost in their addiction or their mental health struggle, maybe people who had felt stigmatized or had repressed it because of their upbringing or their the way society perceived them. I realized that telling people that it's okay to have issues, it's okay to be yourself, because at the end of the day, the only person who's going to really have any issue with you is you. I've talked about this in some of my videos, but cognitive dissonance is a huge factor in why a lot of us struggle every day. Cognitive dissonance occurs when either your physical, mental, or emotional state of being does not align with any of the other two. So if I'm physically uncomfortable, my mental and my emotional well-being will be compromised as a result. With mental health, if you are repressing your mental health or you are pretending like your mental health is just fine, but it's not, your emotional, mental, and physical well-being will be thrown off because there's a part of you that is choosing to stay where the other two parts of you are trying to move away from. By addressing your mental health concerns, by confronting them, by being open about them, by expressing them and seeking help for them, you are allowing yourself to become more harmonious. You are allowing yourself to be free. We don't live a perfect life. We never have, and we never will. The closest that we can come to internal perfection is finding that cognitive balance that will allow us to know that no matter whether it's a good day or a bad day, it's a balanced day in general. I'm going to close by saying that when I tell you guys I love you, when I tell you I care, and when I tell you you're not alone, it's because I've been there, I've felt that way, and I just want you guys to know that you have someone on your side that will be there no matter what. Thank you for listening to the Halos and Heroes Podcast, number 1. More to come in the future. Be safe. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good night.